Earth, a planet with extraordinary beauty, vibrating with an abundance of life forms. The presence of air, water, soil, and life has made this planet second to none. Since its birth about 4.6 billion years ago, planet Earth has undergone various stages of change. Life, in its simplest form, evolved around 3.5 billion years ago. At one point, these simple life forms evolved into two distinct branches, plants and animals. The ongoing process of evolution has not only created further complex plant and animal life, but at the same time has ensured the existence of a harmonious relationship between the two. An example of this complex relationship is the food chain. Species which cannot cope up with the changing environment are continuously becoming extinct. Life, as seen today, is the result of millions of years of evolution. The soil on the Earth's crust, formed over the years, is covered by a rich vegetation layer. Within this, the animals carve out their own niche as dictated by their needs. Science, till date, has not been able to establish the existence of a planet in this vast known universe that is similar to Earth in terms of breathable air, running water, oceans, and fertile soil. Blessed with oceans and greenery, this blue planet is living and unique. The rich biodiversity is the result of the stability that exists among the various climatic regimes of the Earth. Though the vast, cold and arid deserts of the world are relatively less suitable for life, yet they play a major role in maintaining the overall climatic balance of the Earth. The snow-capped peaks of the Himalayan range to the north, the numerous perennial rivers that originate from its glaciers, the vast Indian Ocean further down south, and there lies the northeastern part of the Indian subcontinent. The Brahmaputra and its tributaries, carving deep gorges through the Himalayas, traverse hundreds of kilometers to flow into this region. Spread over an area of 13,870 square kilometers on both banks of the mighty Brahmaputra is the state of Assam. The seasonal southeast monsoons cause heavy rainfall of more than 200 centimeters due to the unique location of the state between the Meghalaya Plateau and the Himalayan ranges. Apart from the rivers, more than 3,500 natural wetlands spread over an area of about 1 lakh hectares store this rainwater, thereby enriching the soil moisture in the region. Along with the Brahmaputra and the Barak river valleys, the hills and plateaus of the region have played an important role in giving birth to its diverse floral life. About 4,400 species of flora are found in Assam. The regions in southern and eastern parts of Assam, which receive an average annual rainfall of more than 230 centimeters, are dominated by tropical wet evergreen forests. On the other hand, the western region of the state is mostly covered with tropical moist deciduous forests dominated by salt trees. The transition zones between the two forest types are dominated by semi-evergreen forest patches. Different types of grasslands are found in the floodplains. Various species of bamboo, shrubs, freshwater mangroves, creepers, climbers, herbs and orchids too contribute to the enormous biodiversity of the state. The Himalayan biodiversity hotspot lies to the north of the Brahmaputra river, while the Indo-Burmese biodiversity hotspot lies to its south. From the zoogeographical point of view, Assam is the meeting point
of the Indo-Chinese, Indo-Malayan and Indian biogeographic region.
This has a significant influence on the diversity of the state's flora and fauna.
Assam is also a center of cultural diversity, being home to various community and tribes. State flower fox-tailed orchid occupies a special place in the cultural life of Assam.
To ensure the in situ biodiversity conservation, a network of protected areas has been established throughout the state. This network includes 5 national parks and 20 wildlife sanctuaries. The state is home to 4 tiger reserves: Kaziranga, Nameri, Orang and Manas. Further, Manas and Dibru-Saikwa have been accorded the status of biosphere reserves. Kaziranga and Manas are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites.
A large variety of flora and fauna, which are not generally found in the Indian biogeographic region, are also found in Assam, like the hoolock tree found in the rainforests of Assam and recognized as the state tree, and the rare and endangered bird white-winged wood duck, recognized as the state bird. Similarly, the endangered Chinese pangolin, Chinese porcupine, various varieties of fishes which are found in Assam are also a part of the Indo-Chinese region. About 197 species of fishes are found here.
The protected areas of the state are not the only home of its rich biodiversity. Rather, an abundance of biodiversity is found outside this network of protected areas as well. Sometimes, many large wildlife species like the tiger and rhino are found in and around the villages along with suitable migration routes in the state. The state is rich in terms of primate species.
Out of the 15 species of primates found in India, 9 species are found in Assam and its adjoining states. Moreover, amongst these, 8 species are indigenous.
Out of the 900-odd bird species found in Assam, about 280 species are migratory. The wetlands are filled with a large number of local and migratory birds during winters. Endangered birds such as the greater adjutant stork, many species of hornbills, vultures, birds of prey, hill myna, white-bellied heron, the large whistling teal, etc. are regularly seen outside the region's protected areas. Assam is home to about 116 varieties of reptile species. This includes many species of arboreal, aquatic and terrestrial, venomous and non-venomous snakes, lizards, skinks, crocodile, turtles and tortoise. Trees which fall into the rivers due to bank erosion provide an ideal habitat for many turtle species, including many endangered and endemic species. Numerous amphibians from small to big abound the various biomes of the state. The ecological balance is sustained through the complex relationship that exists among all these life forms, and the ideal execution of the roles assigned to each individual. A lemon tree can be an example of such a relationship. On the leaf of a lemon tree, a caterpillar of the marmot butterfly mimics the droppings of a bird to protect itself from predators. Microgesters use a special probe to insert its own eggs into the eggshell of a marmot butterfly. As a result, tiny newborn microgesters are seen to emerge out of the marmot's egg. As the caterpillar of the marmot grows, it sheds its camouflage of a bird dropping and assumes a green color, stores energy by consuming the leaves of the lemon tree. It is seen that microchesters now lay their eggs inside the caterpillar when it is time for it to transform itself into a pupae. The caterpillars that emerge out of the eggs of the microchester fulfill their food requirement directly from the body of the marmon pupae and indirectly from the lemon tree. The microchester caterpillars are being provided adequate protection by the hard cover of the marmon pupae. After some time, tiny microchesters emerge out of the pupae. It is seen that many microchesters are stuck in the web weaved by a spider on the same lemon tree. The same spider lays its eggs near the lemon tree. The newborn spiders that emerge out of these eggs are consumed by many ants and wasps. On the other hand, a small spider species that resides in the lemon tree consumes the body fluids of the ants. At the same time, the wasps which consume the newborn spiders are seen getting stuck in the spider's web. In spite of the hostile environment, the marmon butterfly successfully emerges out of the pupae. Lime blue. A small butterfly lays its eggs on the lemon tree. The caterpillar that emerges out of the eggs establishes a special bond with the ants through a peculiar process. This ultimately ensures its development into a full-grown lime blue butterfly. Green plants convert solar energy into food through the process of photosynthesis, and they provide an ideal source of energy for the entire animal kingdom. Green plants also play an important role in controlling the ever-increasing atmospheric and water pollution, thus providing the animal world with pure breathable air and drinking water. Nature has its own mechanisms to ensure the conservation of this precious vegetation. The presence of large herbivores is usually restricted in certain pockets of a forest, where tigers are usually present. The vegetation of such pockets is thus protected from overgrazing by these herbivores. This ultimately ensures the availability of adequate fodder for the future generations of the herbivores, and subsequently their own good health. The mortal remains of a dead organism are used by other living organisms in various ways. The microorganisms initiate the decomposition of the mortal remains. Owing to this silent but extremely important process, nature gets back whatever nutrients it had given to the organisms throughout their life. Nature thus remains pure and clean. The social and religious aspect of the human-wildlife relationship that exists in the country plays a critical role in ensuring the conservation of many wild species. Likewise, the Assamese society too is bound to nature through many religious and auspicious rituals. The elephant, and the largest herbivore, occupies a special place throughout the region. The respect and compassion for wildlife that exists among the indigenous communities in some of the regions of Assam is exemplary for the common people to avoid conflict with wildlife. In such regions, a harmonious relationship is seen to exist between humans and nature, dictated by sustainable dependence on natural resources for livelihood sustenance. On the other hand, practices which are unsustainable are increasingly posing a threat to the Earth's biodiversity.
To meet the demands of an ever-increasing population and to fulfill their interests, humans have caused severe damage to nature and the animal kingdom. As a consequence, rising catastrophes in nature are putting our future generations in danger.
When running water erodes the exposed topsoil, depositing it downstream, or when bank erosion reduces the depth of the river, not only do they increase the chances of floods, but also leads to the drying up of wetlands during the dry season. Floods are annual natural phenomena of the state. Floods become a struggle for survival for numerous wild fauna and contribute towards the survival of the fittest among the lot. Fishing plays an important role in the livelihood of the people of Assam. The traditional means and tools used for fishing by locals ensure the least possible damage to the ecology. The large wetlands of the state play an important role in regulating the polluted running waters. At the same time, the aquatic flora and fauna of these wetlands help in purifying this polluted water. Many local fish species along with the other aquatic fauna breed in such wetlands. Exotic fish varieties are causing the extinction of many local fish varieties in the wetlands of the state.
Use of organic fertilizers in agricultural production is not only beneficial for human health but also for the health of nature. As an easy method of fishing, use of poisonous chemicals in water bodies have not only harmed the aquatic ecosystem but have also caused indirect harm to many other animals. Various types of cats and civet cats, snakes, lizards, birds, etc. play an important role in controlling many small creatures who pose a threat to agricultural activities. But now, some activities which are in total contrast to this have started causing trouble to nature.
The tea gardens, hillocks, dense forests, bamboo patches, etc. are the habitat for 6 endangered cat species, including the leopard and the clouded leopard.
Such animals, which feed on other animals as well as scavenge dead ones, are capable of surviving on their own. But the habitats of even such animals are fast shrinking due to increasing human activities. The best way to resolve man-animal conflict is to refrain from disturbing such wild animals and making arrangements for their retreat into their respective habitats.
If the conservation and sustainable development of these biodiversity is ensured, then Assam has tremendous scope to develop the tourism sector as well. In recent times, angling has become a popular sport among tourists. This is the Maguri wetland in Tinsukia, the northeasternmost district of Assam. A tourism establishment is born out of the efforts of the villagers. The existence of an intimate relationship between the villagers of Barikuri near Maguri with this family of hoolock gibbons helps attract many tourists to the village. Assam's tea industry not only contributes significantly towards the state's economy, but also provides for an extensive green vegetation cover. Many local fruit varieties with high nutritious value are found in Assam. Among these, bananas with more than 20 varieties and citrus fruits occupy an important place. Apart from these, the state is home to numerous indigenous rice varieties, and they are the basis for the development of many high-yielding rice varieties. Similarly, local varieties of domestic cattle, poultry, etc. too play a critical role in the culture, life, and livelihood of the people of the state. Many plants with medicinal value are found in the state. A number of illnesses can be cured with the right use of such medicinal plants. There is tremendous scope for the conduct of scientific research in this field. The Atlas moth, the largest moth in the world with a wingspan of about 10 inches, is often spotted in the local habitats. The endemic wild silk moth varieties such as Airy, Muga and Tusser, along with mulberry silk, a domestic variety locally known as Pat, are playing an important role in the development of the state's sericulture industry. The modern lifestyle has almost severed the umbilical cord that the people of the region used to share with their traditional knowledge system and their natural landscape. The responsibility of creating a sustainable earth is now on the shoulders of all the people